All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something pretty special. It's an institution that's doing way more than just teaching medicine. It's literally changing a community's future. We're talking about the Indus Medical College in Pakistan, and it's an incredible story about a mission to heal.
Okay, so what's really at the heart of all this? It all boils down to this one powerful idea right here. Just look at the words they chose: quality medical education, and, maybe even more importantly, care for ailing humanity. You know, this isn't just some corporate mission statement you'd see on a wall. It's a real promise, a commitment to put compassion right at the center of everything they do.
And this vision? Well, it wasn't just some nice thought. It was a direct response to a massive problem. I want you to just picture this for a second. An entire region, we're talking the southern districts of Sindh in Pakistan, with no major private hospital for advanced care. None. That was the reality. So this huge gap in both healthcare and medical training, that's exactly why Indus Medical College had to be created.
All right, so how do they actually make this happen? It's all about balancing the here and now with the big picture. On one side, you've got the mission. This is the practical day-to-day stuff, training competent doctors who are ready to serve the entire population, especially the poor and downtrodden. Then, on the other side, you've got the vision. That's the long-term dream, right? To achieve excellence and become a true leader in medical innovation. The cool thing is, you can't have one without the other. They're totally connected.
So, you have this amazing vision, but how do you actually turn that into bricks and mortar? Let's get into how this whole institution was built literally from the ground up. I mean, it's one thing to have a great idea, but building a modern medical college from scratch, that's a whole different ballgame. And right at the center of this whole project was one key person, Professor Dr. Tando Muhammad Khan. Now, his background is super important here. This guy wasn't just a distinguished surgeon, he was the founding vice chancellor of another major medical university. So think about what that means. This project wasn't a gamble. It was being led by someone who had already done this before, someone who knew exactly what it takes to build a top-tier medical institution from the ground up.
Now, this timeline here tells a really interesting story. See those two dates at the beginning? 2007 was probably the spark, the very first idea. But it took until 2014 for things to get official, for them to get formal recognition. That journey, from just a concept to a fully accredited college, hit this massive milestone in 2019 when they saw their very first class of doctors graduate. What an incredible moment that must have been.
Okay, so the college is up and running, but what's it really like to be a student there? Let's take a look inside and see how Indus Medical College is actually crafting the next generation of doctors.
The heart of it all is their 5-year MBBS program. For those who don't know, that stands for Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. It's the degree that, makes you a doctor. And it's recognized all over the world. And the program they've designed is meant to meet the absolute highest standards, not just in Pakistan, but globally.
And this table really breaks down how they do it. On the left, you've got the basic sciences. Think of this as the foundation, the anatomy, the physiology. It's the what of medicine. Then on the right, you have the clinical sciences. This is the how. This is surgery, pediatrics. It's where students learn to take all that foundational knowledge and actually apply it to real patients. It's that critical journey from the textbook to the bedside.
Of course, to make all this happen, you need the right tools. And the campus itself is one of the biggest tools they have. It was literally purpose-built with one goal in mind: creating amazing doctors. So students aren't just sitting in classrooms, no way. They're in state-of-the-art labs getting hands-on practice, they're in a digital library pulling research from all over the world, and they're in this huge auditorium learning from top experts. It's a whole ecosystem built for learning.
But, the most important part of their training, it doesn't happen in a lab or even in the library. It happens right next door, in what is truly the beating heart of the entire institution, the teaching hospital. This is where learning to be a doctor and actually healing people become the exact same thing.
Just look at this number, 500. Let that sink in for a second. That's how many beds are in the Indus Medical College Hospital. This isn't just a small clinic. It's a huge, multidisciplinary tertiary care teaching hospital. It's the engine that drives everything, both the education and the promise to the community.
Right. So this hospital is where it all comes together. It's the bridge that connects the classroom to the real world. Students here aren't just memorizing stuff from a textbook. They're learning how to actually read a patient's chart, how to diagnose a real illness, how to perform a procedure, and all of it happens under the watchful eye of experts. This is how knowledge transforms into real, life-saving skill.
And for the local community, this hospital has been an absolute game changer. We're talking about everything from a 24-hour emergency room to advanced diagnostic tools like CT scans that people just didn't have access to before. But maybe the most important thing is that last point right there, a welfare system. That means their amazing care isn't just for people who can afford it, it's for everyone.
So let's pull it all together. You have the vision, you have this state-of-the-art campus, and you have this incredible hospital. What do you get when you add it all up? Well, the result is nothing less than a completely transformative legacy for the whole region. First off, let's talk credibility, because this is huge. A degree from Indus Medical College isn't just respected in Pakistan, it's respected around the globe. It's recognized by all the key national bodies, sure, but also by international ones, even in the USA. For a graduate, that recognition is basically a passport. It opens doors for them to practice or to get further training pretty much anywhere in the world.
But the impact here goes so much further than just the campus itself. It's not only about the hundreds of doctors they've graduated, as amazing as that is. Think bigger. The college and hospital are a massive local employer, which drives the whole economy. And by making top-notch healthcare available to everyone, they've fundamentally improved the health and well-being of the entire community. Which really brings us to this final, big idea. The story of Indus Medical College gives us a pretty incredible answer to this question. It proves that one single institution, when it's driven by a mission that is both clear and compassionate, can do so much more than just educate students. It can become a true catalyst for deep, lasting change, showing us all that healing a single person and uplifting an entire community, well, those two things can and absolutely should go hand in hand.